Exactly. Check, 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 check. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chicago, Illinois. Welcome to the first regular season event of the Men's Tier 1 2024 Volleyball League of America season. This is going to be a good one, an all-Chicago battle to kick off the first of 6 matches on the weekend in the Central Division, the Chicago Icemen against the Chicago Sweed. The storylines pretty much write themselves, and we'll get to all of them as the match begins. But first, the introductions of the teams and the introductions of the starting lineups. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DuPage Event Center for this Volleyball League of America regular season matchup. To kick off the Central Division regular season, this match features the Chicago Sweed taking on the Chicago Icemen. Introducing the starting lineups. First, in black and orange, the Chicago Sweed. A 6'3" setter from St. Ambrose University, number 12, Jake Snyder. A 6-foot outside hitter from Dominican University, number 2, Ethan Klosak. A 6'4" outside hitter from IPFW, number 11, Austin Neese. A 6'6" opposite from Northwestern University, number 27, Isaac Sageman. A 7-foot middle blocker from Park University, number 3, Paul Bolanzik. A 6'5" middle blocker from Grandview University, number 6, Zachar Pasha. And a 6-foot libero from Dominican University, number 7, Eric Shizak. Sweed is managed by Jordan Smith. And in dark blue, introducing the starters for the Chicago Icemen. A 6'5" setter from Dominican University, number 12, Jack McGuire. A 6'7" outside hitter from Purdue University, number 16, Dave Hancock. A 6'6" outside hitter from Lindenwood University, number 21, Kyle Overby. A 6'9" opposite from Carthage College, number 13, Griffin Shields. A 6'8" middle blocker from Lindenwood University, number 22, Scott Sawicki. A 6'9" middle blocker from Humber College in Ontario, Canada, number 99, Andre Brown. And a 5'10" libero from Quincy University, number 3, Colin Merck. The Icemen are managed by Tim Faulkner. Our officials are Felix Madera and Mark Berman. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. My name is Rob St. Clair. Welcome to Volleyball League of America Central Division action, live from Wheaton, Illinois, just west of downtown Chicago. We've got a good one for you. The Chicago Sweed in black on the far side of your screen, taking on the Chicago Icemen in dark blue on the near side. We're introduced to the starting lineups, featuring prominently Jack McGuire, number 12 in blue for the Icemen, setting against his former team. McGuire left Sweed this offseason to join the Icemen, join up with Sunil Thomas to create what is, in my opinion, pretty clearly the best setter duo in the entire VLA. And a bit of a revenge game here for McGuire, but similarly interesting in the setter position for Sweed. Number 12 in black, Jake Snyder, his first Tier 1 match in the VLA, played for Tier 2 squad Southside XP on the south side of Chicago last season, so he knows the league. But he's about to get his first taste of the crosstown Sweed versus Icemen rivalry. There have been some that have called this, the Tier 1 men's Central Division, the NFC North of the VLA. The rivalries and the history go way back, from long before the VLA has even existed. I am really excited about this first match. First of 6 matches here in Chicago to kick off the Tier 1 Central Division regular season. Second event of the year for the VLA. We were in San Diego last weekend for the West Division Cup, which was a banger of a tournament. 12 teams, won by the 7 seed Chandler Team 9 out of Chandler, Arizona. The other Tier 1 members, Phoenix Ascension, SoCal Rising Tide, made their season debuts in that tournament. Here is the season debut for the Chicago Sweed and the Chicago Icemen. It'll be second team All-VLA outside hitter Austin Neese a season ago for Team Pineapple. His first match in a Sweed uniform, puts that ball in play to get us underway. And a really cool looking piece of offense there. Look at Kyle Overby out of the back row, but in a non-traditional sort of pipe attack spot, almost behind the setter, but not all the way to that D-ball area where the right side would attack from. I really like that. That could be a very interesting piece of the Icemen offense to watch. See how they move that back row outside hitter attack around side to side. So the Icemen on the board first. Scott Sawicki, last year's MVP of the Central Division Cup, puts that ball in play, and an immediate impact by Andre Brown, big number 99 in blue, fresh off a CEV Champions League top 8 for Friedrichshafen in Germany last year. And the Canadian from Mississauga, Ontario, now living in Chicago. In his first VLA action, gets a stuff block against Ethan Klosak. Good start for the Icemen. Here is Sawicki again. Love this choice by Tim Faulkner to make Sawicki the Icemen first server. Here's Klosak again against 2 blockers and stuffed a second time. No coverage. Brown and Shields, and that is a terrifying double block to try and swing against. 6'9" and 6'9". On our show around the VLA the other night, we talked about the pickup of Andre Brown and just how significant it is for this Icemen team. Not only adding a world-class middle blocker. Good one there from Scott Sawicki. Swede's first point of the season is on infamous Scott Sawicki service error, just to say the least. Real excited to get Sawicki on the microphone with me calling some matches later on today. Excellent pass by middle blocker, turned outside hitter Dave Hancock, and crushed on the right side by Griffin Shields, big 6'9", number 13 in dark blue, out of Carthage College in southeast Wisconsin. Good start here for the Icemen early, 4-1 in set number 1, make it 4-2 on the air. Every match in the VLA is played best 3 out of 5 sets. Sets 1 through 4 to 25 points must win by 2. If we need a set 5, it'll be played only to 15. Here is Icemen, the opposite out of Northwestern University. Evanston, born and raised. And he misses the sideline that time. Both of these teams rolling deep this weekend. Both will play 4 matches total, along with the Indiana team Pineapple, who are coming up later. 2 matches today, 2 matches tomorrow. Wouldn't be at all surprised if we saw sort of a platoon situation for both. An entirely different starting 7 for this match versus the next one. Ooh, a slide. Look at that run. Slide run to Paul Bolanczyk. Tall Paul, they call him. 7 feet tall, number 3 in black. The tallest player on any VLA roster this season, at least as far as I know. You don't see that many slides run behind the setter off of 1 foot in the high-level men's game, but there was one right there. That serve missed out of bounds by Ethan Klosak. By the way, we will play the ball off the ceiling in this facility this weekend. Sort of like USA volleyball rules, where if it's off the ceiling and it stays on your side, you can still play it. But off the ceiling and over to the other side of the net is out of bounds. Float serve there from Andre Brown. First swing by Nice is down the line and into the ceiling. And Dave Hancock was confused by the deflection off the rafters, and it falls. Good chop there down the line by Nice, who was a big pickup for Sweed this offseason. Like I mentioned, 2nd team All VLA, 4-team Pineapple a season ago. Played at IPFW. That float serve missed out of bounds by Bolanczyk. So first look at McGuire from the service line, and a bit of a revenge game for him. Was an All-American at Division III Dominican, now where he is now an assistant coach. Like that run a lot. Jake Snyder being athletic, drawing some blockers, but a transition play is taken by Overby, but rejected by the 3-man block of Sweed, and no coverage there. So an important break point for Sweed on the far side off the serve at Jake Snyder, and this is one of my favorite parts about this pickup of Jake Snyder for Sweed is his ability to do damage at the service line. Of course, right as I say that. Misses that one out of bounds, sends Kyle Overby back to the line. 1st team All VLA 2 seasons ago. A lot of pressure on. Klosak fights it off. High ball swing coming from Sageman. Cross court inside the block, off the tape and out of bounds. No touch. Break point there for the Icemen. 9-5 in the first. All set up by some very good service pressure from Kyle Overby. Overby out of Lindenwood University in St. Louis. One of 3 Lindenwood products on this Icemen team, along with Scott Sawicki in the front court right now. Handled really nicely there by Nice. Nice on the right side, and on the give and go in rotation 1, goes off the block and out of bounds. Excellent individual play there by number 11 in black. To put us at 6, serving 9 in the first. Look at there, Colin Merck, the excellent Icemen libero, steps up when he sees Nice about to float serve that ball, takes it easily with his hands, and no problem there for Scott Sawicki. Looking good early, the connection between the middle attackers and Jack McGuire, their new setter, at least as of this offseason. Here's Sawicki, went on a bit of a run already. Let's see what he's got here. Fought off very nicely by libero Eric Shizak. Oh, that ball picked up off the block touch by Hancock, but right on top of the net, and Sageman for Sweed was there and ready for it. One of the easier kills he'll get all season. And the Sweed debut here for Zachar Pasha, number 6 in black. Middle blocker out of Grandview University. Pipe combination to Overby, but he comes up just short. Connection not quite perfect. We saw that early one where he ran it behind the setter. That time more a traditional Bick play, that back row quick right behind the middle attacker Andre Brown, but the timing not quite there. Break point for Sweed. 2-point game. Excellent pass by Hancock. Repeat set, and the exact same error. That ball maybe a little underset, or Overby maybe confused by the traffic in front of him. And another error out of that pipe spot. Sweed's back within 1. This is the first match of the season for both teams. They've been working hard in the gym and practice, but impossible to replicate a legitimate regular season match until you get there. That is an excellent set choice there by McGuire. Griffin Shields at 6'9", 1-on-1 against Ethan Klosak at 6'0". That is what the kids these days call a mismatch. I already see some activity in the YouTube live chat. Of course, Vince Zanzuki is in there. Let me know, everyone, if everything looks okay, sounds okay. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know who you're rooting for. Nice dig there by Shields against Sageman. Bolanczyk wins the joust. And look at that play by Andre Brown. Smart play by the big middle blocker. In a weird scramble situation, just slaps that one off the block and out of bounds. I love Andre's celebration. What a pickup Andre Brown is, not just for the Chicago Icemen, but for the entire VLA. Oh, not out of bounds by much there. Shields working wrist away, just missed the baseline. This Chicago versus Chicago crosstown rivalry has been going on since long before the VLAs existed. The Icemen, founded by Tim Faulkner, were a team all the way back in the PVL era, going on 10+ years ago. Excellent serve there by Sageman. Forces the overpass, and Bolanczyk puts it down through the block of McGuire. And I believe, okay, I was about to say we might be tied. No, Sweed back within 1. But Sweed, founded by Jordan Smith, who we'll probably see later in the starting setter role, has been a mainstay in just the Chicago adult volleyball scene since, I'd say, probably 2016 or so. These two teams have been around for a long time. Excellent high swing there from Dave Hancock. That looked unstoppable. High contact point over 2 blockers. And not only is the pickup of Andre Brown massive just for the middle position for the Icemen, but it enables Dave Hancock here, who's serving, number 16 in blue out of Purdue University, to switch positions. We saw this in last year's Central Division Cup. Hancock, a professional level middle blocker, but can actually play all 3 front court positions and switched at the last second to outside hitter and helped the Icemen win last year's Central Division Cup. Now at the outside full time, there he is out of the back row, dug off the tape. Shields into the ceiling. McGuire is there. This is a hittable ball for Overby. And deep cross court, he's able to score off the one-handed reach of Shizak and out of bounds. Yeah, these bounces off the ceiling are definitely going to be a factor this weekend. It's already come into play several times. A beautiful gym here at the DuPage County Event Center. It's kind of like, well, not dissimilar from the San Diego Waves facility where we were last weekend. Southern California. There's a little more of an arc to the roof here, but it's going to create some weird bounces. Really aggressive hybrid serve there from Hancock, misses out of bounds. Beautiful pass by Hancock again, and the setter dump. First of the match for either team, thrown straight down by Jack McGuire. And Vince already pointed out in the chat that Dave Hancock is passing the ball perfectly right now. He probably is at a 3.0 average. And that's the thing. When you convert a middle blocker to the outside hitter position, not a switch you see very often because of the demand on that player's reception ability. Hancock, just an outstanding all-around player. Good swing there by Nice off the outside hand of McGuire and out of bounds. Really like what I'm seeing from Jake Snyder setting this offense for Sweed so far. Nice delivery there to the outside. So who does Sweed want to target in the Icemen reception pattern? You certainly don't want to go at Colin Merck, first team All-VLA Libero 2 years in a row. Another setter dump, this time either into the top tape. Maybe Pasha helped to reject it as well. So McGuire not as lucky that time. We got a 1-point game on Bolanczyk's serve, of all people, for Sweed. Really good offense there from the Icemen. Give and go, Overby to McGuire, back to Overby one-on-one against a slightly smaller blocker in Snyder. That is a very good Utilization of a favorable matchup again for the Icemen. Just a bigger team across the board at every position. Kyle Overby at 6'6" is the shortest starting attacker on this lineup. It's unbelievable. Nice scoop by Hancock in position 6 against Pasha. This is hittable. Dug by Kshizak, but this is a difficult chance now for Sweed. Sageman has to send over a free ball. Excellent chance here. Overby, deep cross court, puts it away again. All started with a good defensive play by Dave Hancock to dig a quick middle attack. What a bonus there for the Icemen. McGuire back to serve, again playing against his former team. Good block there by Overby against Pasha on the back one, but now sent over as a free ball. Where does McGuire go here? Combination to Hancock again, off the block of Nice, I believe. And way out of bounds by the spectators, and now the Icemen opening up a lead. 4 points, 18-14. No timeout from Sweed here. I'm a little bit surprised. See if they can get out of this rotation. Snyder, a front court setter. Decent pass by Nice. And he gets shut down by Shields and Sawicki, and now this has to be a timeout on the far side for Sweed, if you ask me at least. Nowhere to go. 4 6'8" plus hands in front of Austin East that time, and yeah, sure enough. Timeout, Sweed on the far side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good time to make an appearance in a timeout here. My name is Rob St. Clair, live from Chicago. This is my backyard. Chicago's my home city. I'm very excited to bring you all some high-level VLA volleyball from this spot. This gym is outstanding. It's our first time in this venue. I hope you guys all love the way it looks. I know I've got some camera flicker here on this talent shot. I'll see what I can do about that. But, yeah, get active in the YouTube live chat. Just let me know any questions you have, where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and a reminder to pick up a membership to the YouTube channel. We're going to keep this match public for the duration of the match, but the rest of the matches this weekend we are going to put behind a paywall of only $1.99. That membership gets you access to every single VLA match live, and you're going to want to get one of those. So we'll talk about that later, but for now, let's enjoy the end of set number 1. Sageman down the line, really good slow down touch by Overby. Chance to kill it in transition, and Overby does. Amazing individual play there by number 21 in dark blue to get a favorable block touch on that ball, get back in transition and score down the line. And another break point for the Icemen in this rotation. It's a 6-point lead. That might be the dagger right there for set number 1, barring a miracle. Let's see. Pasha in the middle, through the block of Sawicki and Overby. And now here's a chance for Jake Snyder in his first Tier 1 regular season match to have a serious impact from the service line. Super capable in this area. Perfect pass by Hancock. Oh, excellent. Just fantastic first ball side out offense. That gap set to Sawicki had to travel a bit of extra distance. Really good delivery by Jack McGuire, and no doubt about it. From Sawicki. Surprised Snyder kind of kept it in play with the float serve there, given the score what it is. Here's Overby looking to put the nail in the coffin for real this time. Beautiful pass by Kshizak. Nice, ripped down the line. Beautiful dig by Merck. One-handed set from McGuire to Shields through the block and down. What a play down the line by number 3 in light blue, Colin Merck. How about it? First team all VLA Libero 2 years in a row. That was a beauty. And the one-handed set from McGuire just as good. And now this set is pretty much over. Momentum squarely on the near side right now with the Chicago Icemen. Excellent pass there by Nice again, but a setting misconnection. Little overset there from Snyder to Pasha. 23-15. Man, look at this separation from the Icemen. I think it was 16-15 at one point, maybe 15-14. This run is really something special. Here's Overby. Rotation one receive here for Sweed. Off the tape, diving play made by Klosek just to keep it alive, but a really tricky ball now. McGuire makes the play defensively. And Shields off a set that was a little bit behind him, couldn't quite keep it inside the baseline. So that hustle for Sweed to keep that ball alive pays off, and they keep the set alive at least for a couple more points. Got to go after it there if you're Nice from the service line, and doesn't catch a piece of the end line, so that'll bring up set point. And Scott Sawicki with the honors. This man only knows one speed. Wouldn't be at all surprised if he ended this first set with an ace. 24-16 Icemen. Let's see it. Oh, didn't miss by much. Little wide. One set point saved by Sweed. Now Pasha at the service line with Belancic to the front court. Represents their last hope in set number one. Still a lot of volleyball left to play. Perfect pass by Hancock again. Give and go. Hancock on the left side convincingly puts it away, and set number one won by the Chicago Icemen in authoritative fashion. A very impressive late separation. Those two service runs by the Icemen, they take it 25-17. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I could describe that for a set in a word, I would say that's pretty convincing. That was a convincing start to the season for the Chicago Icemen. I mean, I live here in Chicago. This is my backyard. I've got my fingers on the pulse of the volleyball going on in this city. I know for sure that both of these teams, Icemen and Sweed, have been in the lab. These two teams have been several months into their practices getting ready for this event. But like I said earlier, there's really just no substitution for an official VLA event. You put the jersey on, you get some people in the stands, you get the cameras going, and things can change a little bit. And really impressed by the way the Icemen were able to pull away late there. I like the way they got their back row attack involved, even despite a couple misconnects. And what I'm curious to see for Sweed here, where do they get break points from? Who are they going to go after in serve reception? Can they dial up their service pressure just across the board? Because there are a lot of balls there that were just handled easily by either Merck or Hancock, just hand passing balls and making them look easy. So I want to see a little more service pressure on the Sweed side, see what they can get going and block defense and transition, because that is one thing that, at least in years past, I would say is a key identifier of Sweed's play style, is their ability to dig balls. And they dig balls, they scrap in rallies, they make it hard to beat them, and they turn those into a couple points. And those can be big momentum builders, but you didn't really see any of that in set number one. Just relentlessness from the Icemen front court, because again, the Icemen do have a size advantage across the board in every position except against tall Paul Belancic, who stands at 7 feet. So I'm looking at the court as these teams are about to get ready for set number two. I don't see any lineup changes for Sweed. That doesn't surprise me. See if they can change their fortunes by what they're able to do on their own side. Changing their starting rotation perhaps, or just looking for some different little advantages in the matchup. But so far the Icemen, the much better team in execution here. One set in to the season for both. So teams change sides. We're just about ready to go for set number two. The Chicago Sweed in black and orange on the near side. The Icemen in dark blue and light blue on the far side. No changes for either team. It looks like rotation stick 6 starting receive position for Sweed. Sageman in the backcourt, Snyder in the front, and they got to get Scott Sawicki off the service line to start set number 2. And they do it the easy way. Sawicki looking for the position 1 corner, and Krzyzak lets it go out of bounds. 2 very good liberos on display here. First team All VLA last year, Colin Merck for the Icemen. Second team All VLA last year, Eric Krzyzak for Sweed. Tight pass and thrown down with 2 hands by Paul Bolanczyk. That was just a float serve from Jake Snyder, and the first piece of weakness displayed by the Icemen service reception unit. So keep an eye on that. 2-0 Sweed. Good start. Ooh, a tape trickler. McGuire barely underneath it. Tricky play for Hancock. He gets the recycle. Shields keeps that alive. This will be a free ball for Sweed. Great chance to go up 3 early. Sageman on the right side. Down the line off of, I think, Merck's foot. And it would have been inbounds anyway. Excellent wrist away. Wrist action and inside-out shoulder action there from Isaac Sageman. A perfect start for Sweed. Just what they needed for the Toucans. Love the jerseys this year, by the way, for both of these teams. Huge shout-out to Novice Clothing Company out of Albany, New York, for outfitting every team in VLA Tier 1. Oh, is that an ace serve? Yes, it is. The floater right on the baseline from Jake Snyder. Man, I was just saying that I'm surprised that Snyder's choosing the float serve here. He's got a very, very capable jump spinner, but comes up with the ace serve on the baseline. What a start here for Sweed. 4-0, make it 4-1, but that will certainly help turn the momentum back towards the near side of your screen here. First look, well, we saw a couple looks at Griffin Shields in the last set. Forces an overpass there, at least almost does. Not full connection there on the swing there from Bolanczyk, and it turns into an easy point and transition offense for the Icemen. I love McGuire getting his middle involved in that situation. Andre Brown finds some space on the gap set. If you are an up-and-coming middle blocker, if you're trying to learn a thing or two about how to play the position, just watch nobody else but number 99 in blue. Watch everything that he does. Watch the way he moves. Watch his eye work. There's a block right on cue. Kept alive by Sweed. Klosak takes a swing. Hancock now in transition. Rolled. Sageman is there. Nice on the right side. Rolled again. McGuire is there. Deep cross court there from Shields, looking for a touch, and he got it, yes. Touched by the fingertips of, I think, Bolanczyk, maybe Nice. So a good rally there by both teams. Couple good defensive reads on some off-speed shots, and Shields will get credit for the kill. And sure enough, the Icemen answer with a 3-point run of their own. They're back within 1. Good leave there from Krzyzak. And Nice, a very good server. The Icemen have seen him before, but wearing a different color green, and that is just out of bounds wide, just barely. Called right away by our up official, Felix Madera. No argument from Sweed. Tough pass by Nice. Very tricky play here from Klosak, way outside the antenna. And a little too aggressive on that one. Will tie us up at 5 apiece with the attack error. Really like Dave Hancock's service variety. He's got a ton of options. Has the traditional jump spinner if he wants it, like the high toss with one hand. This is a little more of a hybrid. Go with the 2-hand float serve toss and then decide at the last moment how he wants to hit it. And that is a dime. What a perfectly located clean ace serve. Dave Hancock right on the position 1 sideline. And the Icemen take the lead 6-5. That was untouchable. Perfection from the baseline there. Really like this hybrid serve a lot. Let's see. Okay, I like that changeup as well. I know it missed short, but it's exactly what you want to do if you're a guy that has the service variety. Hit a couple hard, get the receivers on their heels, get them far back in the court, and then drop one short in front of them. So I like the thought there. Now Bolanczyk back to serve for Sweed. Tie game, 6-6. Perfect pass by Overby. Hancock ripped out of the back row. There's a little more of that lateral separation, some different options on that pipe combination attack for the Icemen, running it in different positions on the court relative to where the setter is or relative to where the middle blocker is attacking. It is creating chaos to try and block against it. Really puts a lot of pressure on opposing middle blockers. Like that float serve from Brown. Klosak underneath it. Sageman through a seam in the block, I think. Maybe even right through the hands of Overby. That is a good-looking high swing from number 27 in black. A collegiate club product out of Northwestern. A couple high-level NCVF alumni featured in this match. Really good pass by Merck, moving to his right. Overby into the block of Snyder and just out of bounds. Not a bad block touch, but Overby contacting that ball just too high. 8-7 Icemen. Pretty easy serve there from McGuire. Ooh, a little stutter step there from Neeson in his approach. Just left to be Overby out of system. Somehow tucks it through the block of Snyder and down. That offensive missed connection on the Swede side there, inside out, and they pay the price for it. 9-7. Maybe a little traffic jam, Nice, without a clear runway to take his approach. Sageman ripped out of the back row. Nice high touch, covered easily. Klosak now tipped inside two blockers and kept alive. Overby in transition, slowed down by Snyder. Shields. Nice delivery there from McGuire. Had Klosak, the blocker, chasing the entire way and couldn't get there in time to slow down Griffin Shields. Pretty good offense across the board from both teams, and a little bit of an early timeout, at least earlier than I was seeing in the last set. Sweed calls it after going up 4-0. It's been a 10-3 run since from the Icemen. Timeout Sweed to see if they can figure something out here. Not surprised at all to get the message that I just got during this timeout. The VLA very much a family affair. Volleyball in general, kind of a family affair. A good crowd here on hand. This is a great pocket of volleyball in the country here in Chicago, but not surprised at all either that we've got viewers from all over the world. Just talked to the mother of Scott Sawicki, Patty Sawicki, who's lent her son's many hours to Chicago area volleyball over the years. And it sounds like Scott's sister Becca is watching all the way from Switzerland right now. So shout outs to you, Becca. Thanks for watching. Out of the timeout, here's McGuire again. Tight pass. Nice grab by Snyder. Full extension from number 12 in black. One-handed feed, and Pasha puts it away. That is the sort of athletic front court play that Jake Snyder is capable of. And at this level, you've got to be able to go up and make those plays when that ball is right on top of the tape. One hand, two hand, whatever. Still got to be able to run an offense. That was an awesome play. Quick ball to Shields. That ball is hit outside the antenna. Had a little bit of space down the line with that ball, maybe a little too low for his window. And a break point there for Sweed against the Icemen rotation 1. So good timeout by Jordan Smith. Oh my goodness, what a pass by Merck. A one-handed stab right on the setter's head. Tipped down the line, Sageman is there. Nice will take a swing off the tape and out of bounds. Oh my goodness, that pass from Colin Merck was absolutely outrageous. Oh man, if you have fun watching liberos, just keep your eye on number 3 in light blue. He does just the most ridiculous things, so nonchalantly, just throwing appendages at the ball. Somehow they always end up going where they need to go. Incredible. Somebody in the chat says, I think Ascension needs a 7-foot-tall middle. Yeah, I think we could all use a couple of those. Don't exactly grow on trees, though. Typically, they are the trees. Here's Pasha serving for Sweed. Actually, good work there, deep on Merck's hands. Shields with a pretty good recycle. But this will be a free ball. Snyder got to do something with this. Blanzik in the middle, not perfect spacing. Now Shields off the block and out of bounds. That is a missed opportunity for Sweed for sure. They had a free ball chance, and Bolanczyk and Snyder just not quite on the same page with the spacing of what they were going to run on offense there. Here is Sawicki. Pretty nice fight-off pass there from Krzyzak. Klosek out of the back row, stabbed by McGuire, his former collegiate teammate, but then right on top of the net and thrown down with two hands by Bolanczyk. The Icemen looking for a reaching over the net call, but I think that's a very good play by Bolanczyk to wait until that ball could be legally attacked, or I guess blocked in that case. Snyder's float serve again, working on Hancock. Perfect pass. Brown in the middle, destroyed, wrist away. I like that little sort of a delay situation. Jumped a little early, waited. Saw what Bolanczyk was taken away from him, which was really not much other than the straight ahead shot. Got to block a little bit wider, in my opinion, if you're Bolanczyk on that play. No problem there for Brown. Now Shields serving. Excellent pass. One-handed set is covered. Yep, that ball is still alive. And a very good swing by Dave Hancock. Good work by McGuire as well, the setter, to get low and get his hands underneath that ball. Hancock finds the baseline. (14-11) Icemen in set number 2. Look at this late move that Krzyzak's about to make. Yeah, going to move to his left. Nice pass. Bolanczyk in the middle, just missed it out of bounds. I like that setting. Just a couple of these tiny little details and offensive connections, not quite perfect for Sweed, and they are costing them points right now. This is a just really mature serve reception. Like, look at where Eric Krzyzak is standing right now. Look at all the space he's given up between himself and Klosek, knowing exactly where Shields likes to serve. And a good repeat set there from Snyder, chucking it from way off the net back to Bolanczyk to get him just comfortable again with the connection, and he's able to score this time. And that is some really high-level serve reception. Just the positioning and the tactics of showing and taking away space against opposing servers. Wow, look at that serve. Ace serve, Austin Neese. That thing had a vicious tail from right to left. So much side spin. And even Colin Merck couldn't handle that. You got to hit a pretty special serve to get the better at number 3 in light blue. Man, that serve moves so far from side to side. This time a heater straight down the line at Hancock off the ceiling. And over to Klosek, who taps it down on top of the net. Look at this service pressure. Austin Neese coming alive from the baseline. Got the Sweed headband and all with the toucan on it. I love that. Again, this is Austin Neese's first match in a new jersey. We will see his former team, Team Pineapple, in a couple hours. That serve out of bounds, but a very beneficial run there by Austin Neese. Got Sweed back within 2. I believe it's 16-14 now. Yes, it is. Here is Hancock. Has an ace in this set already. What type of serve is he going to go with? Traditional floater there, working on Krzyzak. Good coverage there by Snyder. Sageman now against 2 blockers. Little tight, but a good recycle shot. Shields is underneath that defensively now. A really good chance for Overby against 3 blockers. That is covered briefly and somehow kept alive. Free ball chance here for Sweed. Gotta have this. Neese, and they don't. Oh, he missed it out of bounds. I don't think I saw a touch there. The Swede sideline is asking for it. Andre Brown shaking his head. He did not touch that ball. Another missed opportunity, an unforced error in a free ball situation for Sweed. Too many of those. There's the hybrid. Krzyzak fights it off. Klosek against 2 big blockers. Nice shot down the line, but Shields is there. Now Overby off the block of Sageman and out of bounds. Wow, that is just demoralizing. Sweed did just about everything right on that play. A really good shot by Klosek. But the transition game from the Icemen so far has just been outstanding. The ability to touch balls and get some kind of swing out of them. Timeout Sweed, their second and final of the set. I know that's been a focus, a big point of emphasis in the Icemen gym this preseason in practice, is what they do in transition attack, how to Get off the net fast, get some kind of an approach, assess the situation, see the block in front of you, and decide quickly if you've got an opportunity to score or if you want to hit a conservative shot like in the block to the recycle or some other option. And all that really intentional practice in those out-of-system situations is paying off so far for the Icemen, at least in my opinion. It looks very organized. And just a couple moments of lack of organization on the Swede side, I think, is really the difference right now. 4-point Icemen lead. Hancock to serve again out of the timeout. Working on Blanzik, the middle blocker, making him pass that ball. And a big-time block again. Andre Brown comes over to slam the door on Sageman along with Kyle Overby. There's nothing really going right for Sweed on offense right now. Hancock will continue to serve. This is very similar to set number 1, where just at about this same point in the set, the Icemen pulled away. Again, forcing Blanzik to pass that ball. Repeat set to Sageman, and he's rejected again. This time the left hand of Overby takes away the line. And some piece of hardware flew off somebody. I think it was like a smartwatch that Overby was wearing so much on that block that it popped it off of his wrist, but he'll certainly take that trade. Another block point for the Icemen, 6-point lead. Tim Faulkner's squad looking very good to go up 2-0 here in the first match of the season. Nice shot there by Klosak down the line. That's touched by the block and the defense. So let's see if Paul Blanzik can conjure up a service run here. Big 7-foot middle blocker out of Park University in the NAIA. Excellent pass by Brown, the middle blocker. The pineapple deep tip attempted by McGuire but kept alive. However, the 3-man block comes over and Overby slams the door on Klosak, I think assisted by the tape as well. Sweed can just not buy a break point right now for any price. Wow, look at that serve from Andre Brown. Actually, I get some help off the ceiling, and Pasha gets the ball back off a recycle. And Klosak there swinging for the fences. Did not get the fingertips that he was looking for. Or maybe that was just a straight-up good old-fashioned spatch. That sounded like weird hand contact. Love that serve from Andre Brown, though. That was vicious. That hybrid had some pace behind it. Came out of nowhere. 22-15 now. Expect him to go after this again. Why not? Nice pass by Nice. Pasha off the defense. Run down by Hancock, but couldn't be kept alive. That's very good serve reception work by Sweed not to get aced on both of those serves. Andre Brown, I know he's not a traditional jump spin server, but that dude has been serving at the very highest level. Played for VfB Friedrichshafen in the German Bundesliga, including a top 8 run in the CV Champions League just last year. Oh, good reaction by Krzyzak to dig that ball off the tape. Klosak in transition, recycles. Tricky play here. Sageman is able to keep it inside the antennas over the net. Now Overby is slowed down. A pretty good block touch, but not quite good enough. Just enough on that to send it out of the reach of Austin Nice. (23-16) Icemen now 2 points away. Pasha in the middle, slowed down. Great look in transition. Overby deep down the line, I think looking for fingertips and didn't quite find them. Breakpoint chance missed there. I'm looking over to the left of your camera. It's towards the Swede sideline. I'm seeing a lot of activity, a lot of guys ready to maybe come off the bench, maybe a lot of lineup changes coming to start set number 3. Wow, look at that blast from Kyle Overby. That caught Klosak high on the chest at best, maybe even in the neck or the bottom part of the face. That ball was torched. And that brings up set point. Overby with a chance to finish it out in style. 24-17. Icemen looking like they're about to go up 2-0. Pretty good service pressure. Nice dug by Merck. Shields, no block up for the set, and puts it away off Chizak and out of bounds. Outstanding set by Jack McGuire to get all the Sweed blockers moving the other direction. And another emphatic set victory for the Chicago Icemen, 25-17. They lead 2-0 against their crosstown rivals, and they look unstoppable. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rob St. Clair here again, live from Chicago. Thanks for tuning in. This is, I expected this match to be extremely competitive. So far, this is one-sided, and that is all just thanks to the incredible performance put on by the Chicago Icemen so far. Just really, really impressive. All the fine little detailed points of their game are on point in the first match of the season. That is not an easy thing to do. Just have that level of preparedness to come in and execute all the little details at such high of a level. Every attacker seeing the court great, hitting smart shots. The Icemen are able to block balls, they're able to dig balls. A couple ace serves here and there. I think Jack McGuire is setting an outstanding game. So I'm looking at the Sweed side right now because, like I said, there was a lot of activity on their sideline looking to make some changes. I see a whole lot of guys taking some swings, jumping around, throwing the ball around, getting loose. I will let you know as soon as we get guys out on the court who the official Swede lineup will be to start set number 3, but desperate times call for desperate measures because these first two sets, especially late in each of the sets, has not been close. It's been clearly a better team in both. So Jordan Smith with some decisions to make, and Smith himself is out there warming up right now. Could be seeing a setter change, could be seeing an opposite change, could see a couple, at least one, maybe two new middle blockers even. So a lot of questions to answer for Sweed here if they're going to get back into this match. Otherwise, the Icemen could be starting their season off with perfection. So we'll see. We also got a question here. I'll switch back to the main camera. Don't know if you can totally see it. The crowd here so far are very good, especially for the first match of the morning. Probably getting pretty close to triple digits, probably approaching 100 spectators, and a couple more rolling in the door this very moment. So crowd pretty good. Expect it to only get better. So an entirely new group of Swede Toucans are out on the court right now, well, at least several changes. Jordan Smith, number 5, the manager and founder of the franchise, is in as the starting setter. Evan Lindley, number 88, in black and orange, in at opposite. Actually, I think those are the only two changes. It looks like the middle blockers are going to stay the same. Still Balanzik and Pasha, and then still Klosak and Nice on the outsides, and still Chizak at libero. So just a setter and opposite switch. See if Smith and Lindley can provide a spark and maybe bring up some more diversity in the offense. Evan Lindley's got plenty of VLA experience. He's new to Swede this offseason, but he played last year for the Northeast Force out of southwestern Connecticut. Lindley out of Division III NYU. Had that attachment to the East Coast, and in my opinion was really the only reason why the Northeast Force qualified for the playoffs last year, because he came in and was outstanding for them. Now back in his home city of Chicago, playing for Sweed. We'll see how much of an impact he can have in his first match of the season. Smith gets us underway to start set number 3, and a no-doubter by Griffin Shields on the right side. Another excellent set from Jack McGuire. I love the offense the number 12 in blue is running right now. One-on-one generated there. Shields had no problem with it. Oh, got a message in the chat saying, let's go Icemen. Colin Hackworth's family here watching from Columbus, Ohio. Awesome. Thanks for watching. I expect we'll see Hackworth in action in the Icemen's second match later on today. Smith to Pasha in the middle. Pasha gets his own rebound, and now Lindley takes a swing. Okay. Second contact swing, an opportunistic one for Evan Lindley, the lefty. And his first swing is a good one. Keep an eye on Evan Lindley. If there's an X factor that's going to change this game and try and get Sweed on the board in the set column, it is going to be number 88 in black. Another set to Shields, this time a little too far outside the antenna, and he's rejected by Klosak one-on-one. Wow, McGuire again going to that mismatch of 6'9" versus 6'0". That was not the best located set, and Shields had very few places to go. Excellent move, though, by Klosak. And another hot start for Sweed. They started well in set number 2 as well. Obviously, the Icemen were able to respond. Nice run there to Overbeek. Shizak with a very good dig off the block touch. Right on top of the net. And thrown down by Lindley. Okay. Evan Lindley having an immediate impact. About 6'5", crazy high flyer. Can create some gnarly angles with his left shoulder. That one was really just all about physicality and touch height. Good dodge there by Overbeek, letting that knee serve go out of bounds. Here is Shields. Excellent serve, but an even better pass. That's got to be reaching over. Yes, it is. And Hancock's going to go and get some clarity about this. He thought that that ball was at least in the plane of the net, but Smith, the Swede setter, had both hands on that. Regardless of where the ball is, if the setter has both hands on it, then he is going to get that call just about every time. Good play by Smith to go up and get two hands on it, by the way. That's really important. I thought that serve might drop for a quick second there, but it is just out of bounds, fortunately for the Icemen. Hancock back to serve. Rotation 3 receive here for Sweed. Jordan Smith still getting things going as the starting setter. And that is going to be a back row attack violation, I think. Yeah, back row blocker against Jordan Smith. And similarly smart play. When you're a front court player, you always got to know where the opposing setter is. So based on where the ball is, you can make the right play. Andre Brown knew with the backcourt setter against him that he should swing at that ball, give it an opportunity. Lindley's first legitimate swing is a third contact, first ball side out option. Is a good one. Again, a nice angle. Generated inside a double block that time. Evan Lindley, a perfect start, a 3 for 3, I believe. Excellent pass by Overby. Absolutely perfect. And McGuire rewards him by giving it to him against a one-on-one on the outside. Overby puts it away, no problem. That is such a good individual play by number 21 in dark blue. A Wapaka Boat Ride Grass 3's Open champion from just last summer. And if you're familiar with grass volleyball, especially in the Midwest, you know how big of an achievement that is. Brown with the hybrid. Forces the overpass, and nothing Smith can do but watch Overby tap it down. Good service pressure by the Canadian, big number 99 in blue. So great to have Andre Brown playing in the VLA. Spent just about a decade overseas, I believe, but his fiance is from Chicago, now lives here. Overpass again, this time two hands swipe down. Attempt by Sawicki, somehow dug. What a dig by Brown against Nice. Oh, hittable ball though for Shields. He stays down, sends it over. Now Belanzik, dug by Brown again. Two digs for a middle blocker. Overby puts it away. Unbelievable. Andre Brown playing some defense. Look at that. The Icemen sideline is going crazy. And Brown grins as he comes back to take another service attempt. Not one, but two middle blocker digs. That was awesome. Here's Brown again, looking for some more where that came from. Tight pass, excellent set by Smith, but an even better block. No, never mind. Oh, I thought that McGuire got across. Instead, that ball is through the block and down on the Icemen side. Kill for Ethan Klosak. Sorry, I didn't see that initially. Beautiful pass by Hancock. A nice block touch there by Smith against Overby. Great chance in transition. Lindley out of the back row, puts it away. Excellent block touch by Jordan Smith, about 6'1", a setter out of Lakeland University in Wisconsin. Not a good matchup for him against Kyle Overby by any means, but an excellent slowdown touch. He gets all the credit for that break point there. A serve, Ethan Klosak, 2 in a row now for Sweed. That one painting the sideline. Wow, I love this. Signs of life as the Chicago Swede takes the lead 8-7 in the third. Down of their backs against the wall. Quite frankly, destroyed in the first 2 sets. Really love this comeback effort being shown right now, despite that service error. Good question in the chat as well. What do you think is the benefit of swapping the setter and opposite? Well, if you, like we were seeing the first 2 sets, just a lot of those slight missed connections. Nice block there from Shields and covered. I'll get to that question in just a second. Lindley here out of the back row, down the line and out of bounds. If you see every one of your attackers, or at least more than one of your attackers, struggling with exactly where the ball placement is a little bit, then more often than not, changing the setter is a decent idea, just to maybe refresh the connection with the attackers. And a change in opposite is just kind of a different look, especially Sageman and Lindley are 2 completely different opposites in play style and just the way that they force opponents to block against them. Lindley being a lefty, Sageman a right-hander. So it's just kind of a different change-up and maybe a guy who will approach out-of-system attacking a bit differently. So far, so good for Sweed, honestly, although there is no stopping that swing from Griffin Shields on the left side. I've really liked number 13 in dark blue over the years. Shields, the opposite out of Carthage. Been very effective on the left in rotation 1 for the Icemen, and that's important. Here is Overby. No luck there from the service line. 10-10. Jordan Smith, the founder of the franchise, back to serve for Sweed. That ball missed out of bounds by Hancock. I like the delivery from McGuire, just a little over rotation. Did not catch the block of Lindley either. Saw the line open, but couldn't find the court, and Sweed retakes the lead. Nice pass there by Overby. Sawicki in the middle is rejected. Look at that help. Wow. Evan Lindley, the opposite, helping with the middle attack. That is huge. Pasha doing a good job fronting Sawicki, but that one was all Lindley. A huge X factor off the bench for Sweed. Nice dig by Klosak. Right on top of the net. Sweed wins the joust, but now Shields gets up high enough to dunk that one down from on top of the antenna. And the Icemen are out of that rotation. I like that serving from Jordan Smith, though. And both guys off the bench so far for Sweed, Smith and Lindley, doing a really nice job. Here is Sawicki. Not a great pass by Neese. This is Lindley all day long, and Shields smothers him with Brown there as well. Big-time block to shut down the lefty in rotation 1. That is all Sawicki's service pressure made Neese dive to his left, and there was no way he was going to be available to attack after that. Made the blocking move for the Icemen simple. 12-12. Really competitive battle here in set number 3. A serve! Scott Sawicki right on the sideline. I thought that ball was in. Sweed disagrees. I thought that was perfect. And Sawicki certainly thought it was perfect as well. See, go back and give it a rewind on YouTube. See if you can see if that did in fact catch a piece of the sideline. Called in bounds, no replay system available. 13-12, Icemen retake the lead. More pressure, tight pass, free ball chance here for the Icemen. Brown in transition recycles off the block. Now Hancock against one blocker, pretty good touch by Nice. And Shields chooses to play it smartly. Ooh, that set from McGuire, not the best. Way inside. Hancock couldn't get his feet to it. And he comes up short in the net, so Sweed catches a break there after digging a couple balls. With the Iceman unforced error. Now Nice back to serve, who's been one of, if not the best server on the Swede side throughout this match, trying to break a 13-13 tie. That one an easy one on Hancock. Overby out of the back row, another misconnection in that area. Comes up short. So I think that ball is laterally not where Overby's expecting it. I think he's running a little bit off of, more like off Brown's left shoulder instead of right behind him. He's having to reach too far to his right to get that ball. Perfect pass, Overby out of the offense now. Hancock straight over the top of the block. OTT, over the top, is unstoppable. Super high contact point. Good response there from the Icemen after the unforced error. 14-14 tie. Nice serve from Shields working down the line right on top of the net, and Andre Brown puts it away easily. Excellent serve there from Shields to set it up. The Icemen retake the lead. (15-14). This is right about the moment in the first two sets where the Icemen pulled away. Got to be really careful here if you're Swede. They've got some different guys in. See if they can make a difference. Klosak threw a seam in the block. Overby with a decent touch, but Shields can't quite run it down. Clutch first ball side out right there. So that'll send Pasha back to the service line. 15 all. Really close eye on these next couple service rotations for both teams. Pineapple attempt again is dug by McGuire. Lindley in transition. Cross court to retake the lead, and he does. That's twice now we've seen McGuire go for that right-handed tip over the top. That we call it the pineapple play. Trademarked by Lloyd Ball in the late 90s when he was in college. And neither one successful. 16-15 Swede. Oh, beautiful. Just textbook first ball side out offense. Beautiful delivery from McGuire. Gets the one-on-one for Hancock in a no-doubter. Hancock back to serve. Can't say enough about just how impressive it is for Hancock to be able to just switch positions on a whim. Can play all three front court attacking positions at an extremely high level. That ball destroyed by Lindley through the block of Overby and down on the Icemen's side. And man, talk about an X factor. Lindley has made a huge difference for Swede since coming off the bench to start this set. (17-16). Klosak looking to extend. Pressure on the Icemen, kind of for the first time in this match. Ooh, not a good connection there. Shields is able to keep it alive, but a free ball chance now. Bolanczyk blocked, gets his own rebound, and pays to be 7 feet sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. Barely had to jump that second time to swat that ball down. Man, I'm not sure where that set from McGuire was intended to go to. If that was supposed to be like a back one set to Brown or a D ball to Shields. It wasn't really particularly close to either. Overby, dug nicely by Kshizak. Ooh, that ball right through Smith's hands. No double contact called, because we do not call those in the VLA if the ball stays on your side and it's in one motion overhead setting. But the reason why we don't call that is because obviously it's a disadvantage to only your team, as you can see right there. Brown back to serve, had that miraculous defensive sequence his last time around. That time not enough spin on that ball to stay inside the court. And service substitution here. I like this move, number 22 in black, Parker Swartz. Back at middle blocker out of Ball State with a really unique hybrid serve. And off the bench to serve for Belanzik. Let's see if he can keep this one in play. Did not miss by much. But what he did hit was my camera tripod, so I will fix that. I'll be right back. All right, camera's good to go. Just sort of an occupational hazard of the job, you know. Flying volleyballs everywhere. That was a good swing by Lindley to put Sweed back on top by 1. Lindley now to serve, 20-19. Anybody's game here. By far the most competitive set so far. Ooh, missed opportunity there by Pasha. Off the tape. Now Shields down the line is Doug. Oh, another ball that goes right through the hands of an intended setter. That time Nice mishandled that one. So the Icemen catch actually a couple breaks in that rally. Tied up at 20. Overby back to serve. That tip by Klosek kept alive. Hancock for the lead. Off the block. An amazing scramble by Smith, but it couldn't quite be brought back by his teammates. Very good effort there to react to where that ball was off of his own block touch. But Sweed unable to keep it alive. It's 21-20 Icemen. Could we be looking at a sweep here? Smith, a front court setter on the Sweed side in this rotation. Nice through the block, in between Shields and Sawicki. I think off of Sawicki's right bicep and out of bounds. Tied up once again. The Icemen have the narrow advantage of receiving. Excellent pass by Overby against Nice. Hancock off the block of Pasha and out of bounds. And oh no, Dave Hancock is down. Dave Hancock is holding his knee. Oh no, that is not good. That is not good. Dave Hancock is down. He's holding his knee. His parents and his fiance are here. They're coming over to check on him. We will take all the time we need to give Hancock some attention and get him to safety. We'll be right back. All right, I don't have much in the way of updates. I can tell you that Lewis Richard, number 7 in dark blue, is in and outside hitter for the Icemen, and that Dave Hancock is getting all the attention he can need. He is off the court to safety. He will just really hoping the best for him. Dave, a close friend of mine, my former teammate in college. Just have so much respect for his game. I love watching him play. I know he's been excited about this position switch. Just really looking forward to the VLA season, and I hope that in the first match of the year, his season isn't cut short. So we're going to try to get back to some volleyball here, figure out what rotations the two teams were supposed to be in. The score is 22-21 Icemen. Scott Sawicki, I believe, will be the server. So we will get back to action. Sawicki is the server. It is 22-21, and that delay may have cost Sawicki there. He tags Andre Brown in the back of the head. Just a really difficult situation for the Icemen right now, seeing one of their guys go down, just on the brink of maybe even winning the match. Now they've got to respond emotionally in a tie game, 22-22 in the third. Pasha to serve for Sweed. Lewis Richard, number 7 in blue, the new outside hitter in the reception pattern. Nice block touch there by Klosak, but a stab by Lindley, not able to bring it back, and couldn't be kept alive by any of his teammates. The Icemen retake a 1-point lead, but somebody is going to need a break point somewhere. Somebody needs a point on serve. Really good pass there against Shields. Lindley hammered down the line. Wow, what a rip by Evan Lindley. He's just been practically automatic since coming off the bench. And now he's going to go back to serve here. A lefty jump spinner, not something that the Icemen have anywhere on their roster. They don't see left-handed spin serves in practice hardly ever. Merck keeps it alive. Very good pass. Shields out of the back row. Cross court off Lindley and out of bounds. That is a clutch first ball side out by the Chicago Icemen. Shields with the kill brings up match point, 24-23, but one side out for Sweed, and we've got overtime. Remember, you must win by 2. Critically important point right here, obviously. Perfect pass by Klosak. Klosak, high, flat shot. Off the block of McGuire and out of bounds. And we do, in fact, have overtime. First to get 2 points clear wins the third set. Ethan Klosak back to serve. Just out of bounds, just about hit the line judge in the feet on a fly. Well watched by Overby. Match point number 2 coming up. I believe it's going to be Andre Brown to serve. Yes, it is. Brown for the match, 25-24. Short float serve, a little bit too short. I don't hate the choice, but execution definitely not good enough. Overtime continues. .25 all, Bolanczyk to serve. Already used the substitution form to serve, so you can't do it again. Pasha with the block, covered easily. Out of system swing coming here. A little miscommunication there, but Merck makes the coverage play. Shields dug off the tape. This is a very good chance for Sweed to take the lead, but Smith can barely get 2 hands on it. Now McGuire to Overby. Tipped over the top, through the hands of Smith and down. Man, I thought that Slow block touch dig by Klosak was going to be exactly what Sweed needed to bring up a set point of their own, but no luck this time. Jack McGuire against his former team serving for the match. 26-25 Icemen. Easy serve. Ooh, not good from Klosak out of the back row. Merck barely keeps it alive. Overby for the match against 3 blockers. Good block touch to slow him down. Smith, Klosak again, comes up short. Oh, goodness. Sweed with a couple decent swing chances in that rally, but none of them able to score. And it is the Chicago Icemen that survive an inspired comeback effort from Sweed after making some changes to start set number 3, but it is a 3-0 victory for the Icemen to start the VLA season in the Central Division, 27-25 in the third. So that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen, for the first match. I'm going to grab one of the Icemen guys to chat with me on the broadcast. Next match coming up, the Indiana team Pineapple makes their season debut against the Chicago Icemen in a back-to-back. That'll match up 1 p.m. Central Time. So stick around. Let me go grab one of the Icemen guys after they get a chance to show love to their teammate Dave Hancock. Good thing you got it done in 3 then, eh?
Yeah, that was the plan. This one.
All right, that guy's for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jack, get a little closer to me. How about it? There we go. And grab a microphone for yourself. This is Jack McGuire, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Jack, on the win. I know that, 3-0 win to start the season. You couldn't ask for more, but the concern obviously is with Dave Hancock. What was it like for you guys emotionally when he went down late in the third to just kind of stay in it and remember that you had a match to go win?
Yeah, you never want to see a guy go down like that, and especially when it's a guy like that. He was kind of like my security blanket throughout that match. So when I saw that, I was like, oh shit. But like you said, you got to keep going and fight on and win for him. So yeah, it sucks to see, but hopefully he's okay.
Yep. So we'll get you guys any updates we can about Hancock, how he's doing later on in the day. But rest of the match, Jack, especially the first 2 sets, that was very convincing. You guys pulled away late in each of the first 2 sets. What have you guys been working on in the preseason in practice that you think prepared you to execute at such a high level in the first match of the season?
I mean, it's always nice when passing is on point like that. I was in the pocket pretty much all day, so I was able to find anybody, and we had a few mismatches, so that was kind of just my game plan going into it, seeing where we had a little bit of strength. But yeah, the passing was money. We were doing a really good job reset covering, all that stuff. So our block looked amazing too. So yeah, all the things that you need for a big win happened. So
yeah, definitely made your job look pretty easy. Reception was practically automatic. must be pretty nice. For you personally, I mean, that's a match against your former team.
Yeah.
You played for Sweed last year, made the move to the Icemen to team up with Sunil Thomas and all these guys this offseason. For you personally, playing against your former team, what was that like?
It was fun. I'm super close to a lot of those guys. It's always tough going up against Ethan. I've played with him since my college days, so that was fun. But yeah, being with the Icemen is super good. Learned a lot in the short amount of time I've been with them. So, but yeah, that was a fun match. I'm excited for the rest of the season.
Good. And I understand you've got a match to go coach at DU. Is that correct?
Yeah, we got 2 matches at DU tonight.
Awesome.
Sign in if you're not watching VLA afterwards. 5 o'clock against Cal-Lu. Big game.
Love it. Yeah. So Jack coaches at his alma mater, Division III Dominican here in Chicago. Very good program. So get out of here. Go coach some ball. Great job. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for match number 1. We will let you guys know as best as possible about Dave Hancock and how he's doing. We're hoping for the best. The Icemen do take the match 3-0 over the Chicago Sweed. Coming up next, Icemen again back in action against their founding 5 rival, the Indiana team Pineapple, about an hour and a half from right now, 1 p.m. Central start time, right here on YouTube. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.